So, what a historical moment in MCU, if not film history, all the franchises colliding together. How does that feel for you guys?
It's amazing. I mean, it's really been 10 years in the making. It is a very, very unique film. I don't. Nobody's ever done anything like this before. You're taking this many disparate franchises, really successful franchises, and combining them all into one movie, into one big finale.
Infinity War is a massive undertaking, and all the characters under scope. What grounded you in the process of being able to manage and make this film?
I think it really it's just our passion for the material and our passion for the characters. I mean, we keep very, very grounded in story. So Joe and I started this whole process by just thinking about all the characters in the MCU, where we could take them, what their stories have been, what their individual journeys have been up to this point, and just figuring out where is the most surprising, interesting, entertaining place we can take them, both, and surprise ourselves. And that's very much our process and how we keep grounded. It's always very, very story focused.
So along that story focus, do you look at that and go, okay, I need to have this character, this superhero has to have his moment. Everyone has to have their moment, or it's just all how it serves.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It is about how it services the story, but it is important to make sure that everyone's tracking. And a lot of that work is done in the writers' room. It's a very disciplined approach. And then when we're done with the script, we give it to the actors and we get their input on these characters. They know them better than anyone. They've been playing them for the better part of a decade. So you get a lot of nuance and subtlety and a lot of great feedback from the cast when you discuss their characters with them.
The feedback from the cast also is that Marvel sets are family and fun and always complimentary of how the movie making process is happening with such a complex element that's going on. How rewarding is that to hear that that's helping?
It's very rewarding. I mean, Joe and I come from a big Italian-American family. We like to create an environment on set where everybody feels welcome and free to contribute and well supported. I mean, that's critical for us. We work as a team. The collaborative nature of the filmmaking process is elemental to what we do, and it's what we love about the process most of all. So yeah, so to know that people are feeling good and fed by the process is very important to us.
Okay, because I haven't seen the film, I'm going to read this so that you guys can answer. Your Captain America films have a visceral realism with a grounded look. How does this film incorporate that style, and does it differ from others?
The style in the Captain America films were unique to him as a character. There's a very specific tone and feeling that we were trying to capture on those movies. So they're very grounded. The color palette is simplified. Everything's neutral as a way to take sort of the comic book patina off of the character. We were attempting to deconstruct him and modernize him. Infinity War is a very different film. The tone is very different. It's not only set on Earth but in cosmic landscapes. It's got a giant purple alien at the center of it. So it's a much different enterprise than Captain America: Winter Soldier and Captain America: Civil War, and so it's executed very differently than those movies. It's a much more colorful palette. The camera work is not as handheld; it's a lot more fluid, and the framing is very different. So it's very distinct from the Captain America franchise movies we did.
Speaking of the big purple guy, what makes him such a great villain?
Oh man, so much. Partially why he's great is the actor Josh Brolin. I mean, Brolin is one of the most dynamic actors there are, and there are very few people who can embody like the same level of physical intensity as Josh Brolin can, while also having a very complex and empathetic inner emotional life. And that's very, very threatening combo in a villain. Even though Thanos is largely a CG creation, because he's so large, his dimensions are so beyond a human scale, we were able to work very closely with our visual effects team and use really cutting-edge technology to map the actual performance of Josh Brolin onto this big character in a way that I think nobody's ever seen it done before. I mean, you read everything that's going on a performance level in his face and his physicality in the character of Thanos, and it's pretty remarkable.
Wow, can't wait to see it. Yeah. Last question is, how does Wakanda feature in the film, and what does it offer in terms of the story for this production?
Wakanda is heavily featured in the movie. It's an important a part of the film. Obviously, if the Earth is under assault, that the technological advancements of Wakanda are going to be necessary to help defend the Earth. That Black Panther universe is so rich and incredible, and so many rich and incredible characters that we knew many years ago when we started working on the script 2 years ago that it was going to play an important part in the movie. You have anything you want to add to that? Yeah.